Welcome to List of 13. I'm Megan.
And I'm Rob. Thanks for watching. We make lists on various topics, find 13 awesome facts, and present them to you.
If you have triskaidekaphobia, this video may not be for you. Otherwise, enjoy the list. This video is part of a series we call Silly Laws by State.
You know, a lot of these laws were put into effect because something happened to make this law necessary.
That's disturbing.
Remember, we are not lawyers, and this should in no way be considered legal advice. Today we're back with another set of silly laws. We started in Missouri, and then we went around Missouri, and then we went around Missouri again, and then we took a third trip around Missouri, and now we're on the fourth trip, and today we bring you 13 silly laws in Oregon.
Number 1. It's illegal to get married on a roller rink or an ice rink in Portland.
I guess that's because they're concerned about your safety. Or maybe all of the business owners got together and they're like, this could be some kind of big risk for us to do. We don't want the liability, so no one can get married on either of these kind of rinks.
Maybe.
Number 2. Juggling is illegal in Hood River without a permit.
I have lots of thoughts. Like Hood River, sounds like the Klan lives there. Secondly, who's gonna get a freaking permit to juggle?
Somebody in Hood River, which may be a Klan area, but it also may be a really ghetto part of the state.
Maybe just everybody wears hoodies at Hood River.
Maybe.
Number 3, it's illegal to own a pet reptile unless you're a school in Springfield.
Well, shout out to Springfield in Oregon, since we're coming from Springfield in Missouri. Having said all of that, I wonder what they do in the summertime.
Maybe if you can show you're a teacher, if you have your reptile at home, it's cool.
But it doesn't say teachers, it just says schools.
Well, maybe if you can show that you work at a school, which is generally teachers.
Maybe. Number 4, it is illegal to stand in or on, sit or climb on any fixtures in the bathroom.
Well, I hope that nobody defines a toilet or a shower as a fixture, even though I think some people do, because otherwise you couldn't stand in it to take a shower, you couldn't sit in it to take a bath, and where are you going to go number 1 and number 2?
That is a very good question. Doesn't seem as though this law was thought out very well.
Probably somebody doing something dumb, standing on a sink, and they made a law. Number 5. In Marion, it is illegal to eat a donut while walking backwards on a city street.
Sounds to me like maybe Marion has some type of interest in your safety also. I don't know.
Right, perhaps not that silly, just silly that it had to be made a law.
Right. Number 6. In Portland, it's illegal to be towed behind a moving vehicle while on a sled or skateboard.
More sensible laws. Not fun ones, but sensible.
I don't know, it's kind of silly. Like, how much harm could the towing really cause?
I mean, haven't you ever seen a movie where they have a skateboarder hold on to the vehicle and ride along behind it? Usually something gets crazy.
Well, maybe the skateboard part of it is okay, but the sled part is kind of silly.
Well, unless you have a long rope and then somehow it like flies around and then you get hit by the front tires.
I'm remembering a video that we saw on Facebook where one of our friends is actually towing their daughter. Everything turned out fine there.
Short rope and there we're going slow, silly.
We want to thank you again and tell you how much it means for you to watch this video.
We would really appreciate if you would do some things to help our channel grow and reach more people.
We would be so grateful for you to subscribe to the channel, like this video, ring the bell, and share this video with your friends. As a result, YouTube will share our video with more people.
Number 7. In Klamath Falls, using abusive language or making an abusive gesture towards your child is illegal in a public place.
Now, the thing about that, it doesn't say anything about if it's private, which is kind of dumb in my opinion.
Well, when I first saw abusive language and abusive gesture, I was worried about myself, but I don't have children, nor would I do that to children. It's usually just strangers, along with my road rage.
Right. Number 8. In Salem, it is illegal to use a slingshot or bean shooter in public.
Well, at least nobody's gonna lose an eye.
I've never heard of a bean shooter before, that's all I'm thinking.
Number 9. In Myrtle Creek, it's illegal to box with a kangaroo.
Well, I guess maybe they don't want the ERs to be filled up or something like that with people that were dumb enough to try to box a kangaroo.
I mean, clearly there's a story there. It's not like there's just rogue kangaroos running around in Oregon. This is like a kangaroo at the zoo.
Right. The other thing is kangaroos don't follow boxing rules, so so the kangaroo would probably kick you also, and that would just be no good.
I'm just picturing the videos I've seen where like kangaroo like drop kicks a person and they just go boop, all backwards. In the video I saw, I think the person was okay, but it's still funny.
Number 10. In Portland, it is illegal for more than one person to occupy any restroom that is located in a public building or on public property.
I mean, this law could have some merit, but are we really thinking that Portland doesn't have any family restrooms?
It's a great question.
And what are you supposed to do with your little kids that can't take care of themselves? Just wipe them when you get home? I mean, what if they fall in the toilet?
Well, the law would say you leave them alone.
Here, little Jimmy, don't fall in. Number 11. It's illegal to use canned corn as fishing bait in the entire state. That rhymed.
It did. I guess, though, if you're going to use any kind of corn, it's got to be frozen.
Or fresh.
Right.
But who's using corn as fishing bait? Never heard of such a thing.
I actually used to work at Bass Pro Shop, and when I did, there were some different people that talked about doing that. So, I don't know, I guess it is a thing, though.
I learned something today.
Number 12. In Portland, any person who owns or controls any truck or trailer must provide, at his or her own expense, complete off-street parking facilities for the storage of all such equipment.
Interesting.
Sounds like a pretty dumb law to me, really.
Yes. And number 13. Hospitals and prisons in the Portland area are not allowed to place drapes when a doorway or door frame is present.
I'm not 100% sure why this would be a thing, but they have been warned.
I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, lots of doctors' offices, especially those for women, have a door. And they also have like a drape thing that goes around.
But that curtain isn't exactly in the doorway, so that's probably how they get around that.
I guess they're just saying if you need to close it off, there better be a real door.
Right.
We hope you enjoyed this installment of 13 Silly Laws in Oregon.
Tell us which law you think is the most silly, or the law that you would have the hardest time keeping.
And remember,
Just because you didn't know it was a law.
ignorance is not a defense. Thanks again for watching.
If you have an idea for a new video, tell us in the comments. We'll mention you if we do it.
We hope you have an awesome day.
And please be kind to each other.